Hi everybody, it's the 16th of December 2020 when I record this video, which means that tomorrow update 10.1 is dropping for console. Well, it depends where you are in the world. It's kind of first thing in the morning here in Europe, and this brings us a new map, Haven, an industrial map. Now I know you lot have been calling out for a new map in PUBG. Well, maybe not, but they're going to be giving one to us anyway. Hey, that's a map there, that is, they're giving to us, alright? So, here we go, new map, Haven. Welcome to Haven, an industrial island in the Rust Belt of America. Here, players will take each other on in the dense urban streets and rooftops, but this haven is anything but safe. Players will be faced with a new threat during their matches, an enemy faction working against them. This faction, named Pillar, is heavily armed and is none too happy about you being on their turf. You'll have to avoid the Pillar Scout helicopter attempting to track and spot survivors from the sky. Those unlucky enough to be caught by its spotlight will need to move quickly to avoid the Pillar tactical truck as it closes in and attempts to quickly eliminate its targets with bullets and fire. Finally, the players will have to deal with Pillar guards and commanders. These soldiers are heavily armoured, but those who manage to take them down can find powerful gear in the caches they guard. Haven is a dent 1 by 1. Let me let that sink in for a minute. A 1 by 1 urban map and supports up to 32 players at a time in duos or one-man duos. Let me say again. 1 by 1. This is absolutely tiny. Yes. So I find it really difficult sometimes in these patch videos to be positive about some of the changes they make to PUBG, because I'd imagine if you took all of the PUBG players and gave them a survey and said, what would you like most in the next map? Would you like, I don't know, an 8 by 8 map, or a 6 by 6 map, or a 1 by 1 map? I kind of think that 1 by 1 wouldn't get that many votes, would it? You know, we enjoy Erengel, we enjoy, well, I really enjoy Vikendi, we enjoy Miramar, we enjoy Sanhok, don't we? I really enjoyed the new map, actually, the volcano one, Paramo. But 1 by 1, I'm not a big fan of Karakin, and that's a small map as well. Anyway, Carbon Steelworks. At the centre of Haven, we find a massive mill, the Carbon Steelworks complex. Explore its fiery depths to secure precious loot, or use your parkour skills to explore the rooftop. This location offers gunplay at all ranges, but be sure to check those dark corners. Coal yards, an industrial wasteland. Traverse material piles, climb cranes, and make sure you aren't too noticeable under the fluorescent lights. The coal yards are a sniper's paradise. The industrial zone. To the north, players will explore the industrial zone, comprised of factories, chemical manufacturers and storage facilities. Players must navigate long-range encounters in the field and brutal close-quarter combat indoors. Residential zone. To explore the heart of Haven, the residential zone, fight to the very top of a high-rise apartment and use the tactical parachute to float down to the crowded streets below. And be careful, the Pillar Tactical patrols Main Street. Overpass. Running through the centre of Haven, the overpass serves two functions. If you go under, you are shielded from the scout helicopter but will encounter other players. If over, you are most likely alone but a sitting target for the scout. Choose wisely. Docks. The west, the well-lit docks provide generous cover and traversal opportunities for players to take advantage of, and players who don't mind a high-risk reward gameplay can use the old barges as a shortcut. Haven is a seasonal map, only available for the duration of Season 10. It's TPP, third person perspective, and first person's perspective. 32 players. Normal match bots are not participating. Okay, duo mode only, including one-man duo. Match length is shorter than other maps. You'll earn around 70% of the battle points compared to a full-length match on another map. You can work towards Mastery, Survivor Pass, and Battle Stat progress in Haven, but your stats aren't recorded in the Career tab. Pillar guards and commanders. Beware of the pillar, an enemy faction offering an entirely new gameplay element not seen in existing battlegrounds. Guards and commanders are distinct looking opposition which protect certain areas of the map, working as an additional factor you have to contend with while fighting against other players to claim to get in. So these are bots, basically. We're going to have to fight against bots, so we're going to give our position away. And then other players are going to see what's happening and shoot us in the side. Members of Pillar guard their respective areas and attack players on site. Pillar guards hold basic equipment while Pillar commanders hold top tier equipment. Once attacked, they send backup requests to Pillar scout helicopters, which can then in turn alert the Pillar tactical, which is the big truck thing. They spawn only in Haven. The Pillar supply cache. The Pillar supply cache replaces care packages and require cache keys to be looted. Players can gain cache keys from commanders once they are defeated. Once the cache is open, all players can approach the cache and loot it. Spawns only in Haven. There's the Pillar scout helicopter. This helicopter roams the skies of Haven, detecting players hiding in open spaces. A spotlight is shone directly on detected players and the position is relayed directly to Pillar tactical. Pillar tactical that has received the information to follow the Pillar scout helps the spotlight and attack enemies nearby. I mean, it's got some pretty impressive weapons on there. It's got like a gun and rockets and things, so hopefully that doesn't fire at you. There's Pillar tactical. It's this big truck with a big machine gun on the top. This scary piece of equipment roams around Haven and attacks players on sight. The Pillar tactical cannot be destroyed, so if you run into one, don't try to fight it, just run away. This big beast even shoots firebombs to attack players hiding behind cover in front of it. Pillar tactical communicates with other pillars, responding to calls for backup and joining in on engagements. Spawns only in Haven. Emergency parachute, where you grab one of those and you can use it to jump off a building. It's a manual operation, it won't open automatically. And then we've got a new season pass where you can get lots of funky stuff, lots of missions. Ranked mode starts again. We don't need to really worry about any of that stuff. Got some good stuff. Matchmaking changes. PUBG provides several game modes with two perspectives. This means there are a lot of queues which need to be filled with players. Unfortunately, this can cause players to spread too thin in some regions and cause lengthy matchmaking times. Since the induction of solo rank mode, we've been heavily monitoring the health of ranked matchmaking queues, specifically in each region. I've decided to make some changes which we believe will have a positive impact on the overall health of ranked long term. We completely understand the removal of a queue you play can be very frustrating, and we apologise if this is the case for you, but tough, we're doing it. We're continually looking at ways to improve your ranked experience and would love to hear your feedback. So in North America, in ranked, you're going to have random maps, and you're going to have first person solo duo and squad, third person solo duo squad. All right, okay, here we go. Start again. So in North America, you're just going to have random map selection, and you can play first person, solo, duo, or squad. And in third person, you can play solo, duo, or squad. If you want to play ranked, you can play solo or squad. In EU, with random map selection, remember this is console, you can play first person squad and third person perspective, solo, duo, and squad. But you can only play ranked squads. So they've taken away ranked solos. It sucks, doesn't it? But it's because there's too many queues. SA, Australia. Is it AS? Australia. Spectate your victory pose in first person. You can now switch to third person after winning a first person match to celebrate your win. Heal icon animation speed down changes between 4 speed intervals based on your boost level. New mastery medals emotes in the lobby. Oh, great. Introducing the new costume preset feature. Dress up for the map you're playing before jumping in the match. Now, this is a good idea. Save character skin presets in the lobby. Players can choose up to 5 preset slots, 1 free with 4 available for site. Okay, you've got. Okay, so you get. Yeah, okay. So 1 free with 4 available from Survival Pass rewards or bought from the store. So, yeah, you've got to buy them, basically. Oh dear, that's not good, is it? Unless that means you get 1 spare one. I'll have to look in the game when it goes live. Quality of life improvements, system menu improvements. It definitely needs that. Okay, on-screen guides. The world. We've heard your feedback and have made changes to Sandhock's weather, reducing overall brightness and rebalanced the colour palette alongside improving interiors. I bet they've made it more like it used to be. Yeah, you have. You've gone from that garish, went that really garish green, didn't it? It's gone back to what it was before. Team Deathmatch. You can spawn kits. Okay, yeah, some nice Christmas skins. So I think there we go. That's enough, isn't it? So, Season 10, starting tomorrow in Europe, gives us Haven. So, I'm going to dive in and give it a go. Please, PUBG, you know, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart. I mean, I love PUBG. I think it's one of the greatest games ever made, but they please go back to basics. Please go back to basics. Go back to give us Erangel. Give us Erangel as a map you can just play. So you can click on Erangel and I can just play Erangel, whether that be first or third person. I don't really mind, but I should just be able to play Erangel. It was the original map. You could argue that it's the best map. And then, with the other maps, you know, give me Miramar, Sandhock, Karakin, Paramo, and this one, Haven, and let it cycle through those, but make it a little bit more random than it is, because we do have a problem at the moment where you end up playing like Miramar 5 times in a row. Do that, and bring the queues together. You know, so maybe do sacrifice first person perspective. I would, on console, get rid of first person perspective completely. You can play first person if you want to. You just hit that shoulder button and just have first person. I would get rid of ranked play as well on console, and just introduce a proper ranked scoreboard like we used to have. We used to have a really good ranked scoreboard, so you could play casually and just enjoy PUBG for what it was. But if you got into the top 10 and you killed some people and you did it on a regular basis, you could get near the top of the leaderboards, and it wasn't based on time in game, it was based on performance. And it worked fine, and it was great, and I enjoyed doing that, and I really did. So, and then spend all this time, instead of making different maps, really get into that code and make this game run really well. Play some Warzone, for God's sake. You know, play Warzone, play Apex. Look at those games and see how smooth they run. I know the maps are much, much smaller, but work towards something like that. You know, so maybe we have a PUBG 2. I don't know, but hopefully we can get PUBG just running better. Look at the menus. Come on, people. Anybody who uses those menus, you're like, oh my God, this is awful. Who designed this? You know. But anyway, I still hold out hope. I still hold out hope for PUBG that, you know, it will get it. The problem it has, though, is because the player base will start to reduce and is reducing, the playability of the game starts to reduce because you get more lag. And the problem with the Battle Royale is, if you've got a laggy game where you get killed in a cheesy manner where you think, well, that wasn't fair, that really puts you off because you've had 20 minutes of surviving before that point. But honestly, PUBG, I love PUBG. I would love to play it an awful lot more than I do. It's just that, you know, games like Call of Duty, Warzone, even games like DayZ have got much, much better, and they've kind of caught up, you know, and the fun factor of those games is much more. But fingers crossed. Let's see. Let's keep our judgments for tomorrow when we actually play the update, see what happens, and fingers crossed it'll be a good one. Anyway, that's enough from me. What do you think? Put your comments in the comments section down below. If you enjoyed the video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.